Have you seen the headline claiming that 1 in 5 pensioners in Britain is a millionaire? It sounds incredible, but the real story behind that number is far more useful than the headline itself. Welcome back to Pension and Benefits Guide, where we break down UK pensions and retirement in plain English. That headline comes from the ONS Wealth and Assets Survey, and in one narrow sense, it's true. Around 22% of pensioner households in Great Britain have total wealth over £1 million. But do total wealth means everything: the house, the car, any savings, and even the estimated value of a final salary pension? Strip out the house and the pension promise, and what's left is the money that can actually generate an income in retirement. That picture looks very different. Research from the Resolution Foundation shows 90% of UK personal wealth sits in property or pensions. So that headline mostly describes people who bought a house decades ago and built up a solid pension over a long career, valuable, but not the same as having £1 million to actually live on. That's why there are two kinds of wealth. Total wealth is everything you own. Investable wealth is what can generate income without selling the house, pension pots, ISAs, savings, and investments. Here's an example. Brian and Christine are both 68, mortgage-free, and both receive the full new state pension of £12,547 a year. Both have a net worth of exactly £500,000. Brian has a flat worth £100,000 and £400,000 in a SIPP and ISA. Using Morningstar's suggested 3.9% withdrawal rate, his savings generate about £15,600 a year. Add his state pension, and he's living on roughly £28,000, below the PLSA's moderate standard of £31,700, but he has flexibility. Christine owns a £450,000 house outright and has £50,000 in savings. Same net worth as Brian. But her savings only generate about £1,950 a year. Add her state pension, and she has around £14,500, just above the PLSA minimum of £13,400. Same net worth on paper, completely different retirement. That's why planning should start with what can I live on, not what's my net worth. If this is changing how you think about your own numbers, hit subscribe and tell me in the comments, do you think about retirement in pot size or monthly income? Now, something that catches people off guard: most people know their house value precisely, but ask about their combined pension pots, and the answer gets vague. The Pensions Policy Institute found around 3.3 million lost pension pots in the UK, worth an estimated £31.1 billion, averaging £9,500 each, rising to £13,600 for those aged 55 to 75. This matters because official wealth surveys rely on people remembering what they have. Forgotten pots don't get counted. And in June 2025, the Office for Statistics Regulation actually suspended the accredited status of the ONS Wealth and Assets Survey itself, citing declining response rates and data quality concerns. There's also no central system tracking your combined savings. HMRC's ISA data gives one clue. As of April 2023, about 60,000 people held ISAs between £500,000 and £999,999, and just over 5,000 held ISAs above £1 million. With over 13 million pensioners in the UK, having £500,000 in a single pot is genuinely rare. The average ISA balance for over 65s is just £64,000. Pension data tells a similar story. The average pot for those aged 60 to 66 is around £310,000, but that's skewed by a few very large pots. The FCA found a third of UK adults with a defined contribution pension have less than £10,000 saved. And here's a telling detail: in December 2024, the ONS changed how it values defined benefit pensions, which dropped estimated UK pension wealth from £6.4 trillion to £4.2 trillion overnight, not because pensions got worse, just because the measurement changed. Putting it together, roughly 1 in 8 to 1 in 10 pensioner households in Great Britain likely has £500,000 or more in investable assets, excluding the home, quite possibly fewer. But here's the number that matters most. Pensions UK's June 2026 benchmark puts a comfortable retirement for a single person at £45,400 a year after tax. The state pension covers £12,547 of that, leaving a gap of about £32,850. Filling that gap at a 3.9% withdrawal rate would require a portfolio of roughly £842,000. Even £500,000 in investable assets plus the state pension only gets you to about £32,000 a year, solid, but still short of comfortable. For couples, reaching the comfortable standard takes a combined pot close to £965,000. One more thing, the state pension this year is £12,547.60, while the personal allowance sits at £12,570, a gap of just over £22. Add any other income at all, and you become a taxpayer. As the triple lock keeps raising the state pension while the allowance stays frozen until 2031, more retirees will end up paying tax without expecting to. So the headline isn't false, it's just describing total wealth, not spendable wealth. What actually matters is your investable wealth, the amount that can fund your day-to-day life. A simple starting point: calculate your investable assets excluding your home, multiply by 3.5 to 4%, then add your state pension. That's your real retirement income picture. It's also worth checking for lost pension pots via MoneyHelper's pension tracing service, and checking your state pension forecast on gov.uk. As always, I'm a retired accountant, not a regulated advisor. This isn't personal advice. For your specific situation, PensionWise offers free guidance, or speak to a regulated advisor. So next time you hear that 1 in 5 pensioners is a millionaire, you'll know exactly what's being counted. The number that really matters isn't your paper wealth, it's the income your money can generate. Let me know in the comments, pot size, or monthly income. And come back for our next video, where we'll keep breaking down the topics that matter for your retirement. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.